Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Dustin.
I'm Wendy.
And here is our review for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp is directed by Peyton Reed and stars Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, and Michael Douglas. After the events of Civil War, Scott Lang is now on house arrest, trying to juggle his family and the responsibility of being Ant-Man. I would have to say that my expectations for Ant-Man and the Wasp was actually a really good, healthy dose of being excited, but not being too blindly enthusiastic or overly excited for a movie opening. I thought it was like, okay, after the big events of Infinity Wars, we'll be able to actually kind of see something a little bit lighter tone, something that's not here to knock us off our feet and bring together this epic story. We can have something a little bit more down to earth and fun. Kind of like finally going back to like the solo superhero movies that we all fell in love with at the beginning of Marvel.
Okay, yeah, I like that analogy. I wouldn't say this is like, I'm going to rush out the door and get my tickets on the first day. Mm-hmm. I liked the first Ant-Man movie. I think what got me more excited about this one was that we got to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. So my anticipation was more for Evangeline Lilly becoming the Wasp and embracing that role. Because at the end of the first movie, she was like, she's just, you know, looking at her soon, she was like, it's about damn time. Finally, yeah, she said, it's about damn time. And I'm like, damn right, girl, it's about damn time, because when you were watching, what was it, like the Ultimate Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah, that cartoon.
That's kind of like when I was watching along with you, and Wasp was pretty prominently featured.
Oh yeah, she was a big member of the Avengers, and she was feisty.
And the fact that, like, I get it, you have to start with Ant-Man, and then they kind of changed it, because in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, it is Hank Pym, and it is Janet.
Yeah,
this
it's
one,
the originals.
It's Hope, which is, you know, their daughter. So I was really excited going in. I was like, please don't disappoint. Please let her be good. She can handle all the action stuff. She's been in Elf. She's been in Lost. I think she can do it, and I think she totally delivered.
Oh, I think she did an amazing job. That's actually one of the biggest pluses of this movie, is what an awesome character Hope Pym is. The fact that she was kicking ass every time she had a feisty kind of personality. You were on her side.
Yeah.
You were cheering for her all the way, and it was just it was really fun to see more of her and having her be more of a focused role in this movie.
I mean, she just handled business. It's like, you know, you have kind of Scott Lang, who's kind of like the class clown, and just like he's okay at the superhero stuff, but she's like grow up, you know, in the tech and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she really gets it. She's like, I know what I want and I know how to get it. Just if you're not gonna help me, get out of the way. And I like that about her. And I think that's what makes her and Scott such a good team together. And that's what I was excited to see the team up, because he's got more of this like kind of like he'll like zigzag to get where he wants, because he's like, I don't really plan things out, I just kind of go for it, and then she's kind of like, no, I got this. So it's the perfect team, and then, you know, they've got the OG Hank Pym kind of orchestrating and helping them with the tech, and it's just like I don't even want to call this an ensemble movie, but it kind of turned out to be this way, because there's so many groups of people in it. So you have the core team of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then you have like Michael Pena and his team of like the ex-cons, and they started their own business, and I thought that was so cute, and they are definitely still the comedy relief of this movie. The whole movie, basically, just like the first one. But that's what I liked about this movie, is that they took what was good and what the audience liked about the first one, and they kept it, but they didn't go extra with it. You know what I mean?
They didn't like take it too far. Kind of like, well, here's a good example of
Guardians 2.
Taking it too far, that'd be too bad. The way that it's done bad.
Like extra, too extra.
Even like kind of like how Deadpool kind of took the jokes a little bit further. What Ant-Man and the Wasp did was just give you more of what you liked.
Yeah.
They really did just kind of keep what you liked about it and just, hey, let's hang out with these characters that you loved a little bit more.
Right.
So, and it didn't really have any epic storyline. It was very down to earth and a lot more personal.
And it's still a heist film too, because the first one was a heist film, and I was like, I never really foresaw like Marvel doing like a superhero heist type of film, and that's what the first one was about, and I liked it so much, and I like that they kind of kept the theme unintentionally. Maybe it's intentional, I don't know, but they did that for the second one with the same director, and everything just worked, and I really enjoyed it. It's like a fun movie that I just enjoyed from beginning to end. Like, I ate a lot of my popcorn, which I don't normally do. And I just was entertained thoroughly throughout the movie. So while we're talking about what we like, let's talk about the villain for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So it is Ghost, played by, I think her name is Hannah John Kamen. And she was quite interesting.
Yeah.
She was quite interesting.
I'd have to say, on the scale of Marvel villains, she's a good solid middle.
Yeah, she's a good solid middle. She's not quite like Loki, Killmonger.
Yeah.
But she's not like bad villain here.
Like Ultron or
It's different. Her motivation is different, and her story is a little different, and the way they shoot her, and as you saw, like, she can phase through buildings and stuff like that. So with her being in these scenes with our heroes makes all the fighting so much more interesting, because how do you essentially fight a ghost when you're kicking and you kick right through her? That's probably the most fun, because then our heroes really had to get really creative with how they fight. And I would say this is like, I know we were saying it's entertaining. The fight scene in this movie is entertaining too, because not only you're dealing with something that you can't physically touch or grab while you're fighting, you're also dealing with heroes that can get big or tiny while they're fighting. So it's just like a perfectly choreographed like tornado that just keeps going through the whole movie.
So there's a lot of things that we liked about Ant-Man and the Wasp. And honestly, for me, there really wasn't really anything that I really disliked. And that's actually usually a really good sign of a good, solid movie. Is that when I walk out of the movie, I'm not going, oh, this part was awesome, this was really cool, but, this part.
If they didn't have this part in it, the movie would have been perfect. Like one of those moments. Yeah, we really didn't have that in the movie. I would say the only thing I would nitpick at would be some of the newer characters. So obviously, Michelle Pfeiffer is in this movie. We know she's playing Janet. Yeah. If you want to know what our thoughts about her, she's fantastic, by the way. But like, when does Michelle Pfeiffer suck, really? So that's kind of self-explanatory. She is one of the, So we'll talk about her more in our spoiler review, which will go on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon supporter, old or new, you will see that up there. Once, I guess Thursday night we can push it out, because then people will go see the movie. But Lawrence Fishburne is also in this movie. He plays Pills. He plays Dr. Bill Foster. And nothing against his acting. It's more of the character, and I felt like, honestly, like, just a little underutilized for an actor such as Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. And I just thought that his character had its purpose, served the story, moved the story forward, and that was it.
Yeah, and I also have to say the same about Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Miss Pym. They used her good, but there just wasn't much of. I didn't think there was much there. I guess what I wanted to say is I wanted to see a little bit more of her.
Okay, I can agree with that.
And I thought there'd be a little bit more of a role. Same thing with Lawrence Fishburne. I would have liked to see something a little bit more deep to his character than the storyline that they set up. Yeah. But other than that, I really did like all the characters, all their interactions, all of them. Well, Ghosts, I thought, her motivations, I thought were a little
like most Marvel villains.
But honestly, when you get a little bit more of the detail in there, you're kind of like, okay.
You understand where she's coming from.
You can have a little bit of suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. So, all in all, it's such a fun movie. When I left the theater, I was like smiling ear to ear. I was like, this was just so much fun, and that's what I wanted. I didn't need to boo-hoo over whatever hero was gonna die, over Spider-Man saying, I don't want to go, because that wrecked me. And this movie will not wreck you. You're gonna have so much fun just laughing. Enjoy Michael Pena, because he is awesome. Let's go ahead and give our score.
I'm giving this movie a solid check it out. I mean, maybe an upper check it out. I don't want to quite give it a catch it opening night, but this is a really fun, go out and have enjoy a Marvel movie that doesn't have incredible stakes, kind of a thing, and just go back to the movies that we liked Marvel before too. Yeah. Is that not only can they do these huge tentpole films, but they can also do these, solo fun movies.
Yeah, exactly.
With characters that we love and we just want to spend some time with.
Well, I had so much fun watching this movie, and I will also say my rating is the same as Dustin's. Check it out. So while I had so much fun in this movie, and I just, it's good and it's great, but when I give a movie the see it opening night, check it out, catch it opening night. God, I don't even know her rating system. Is like something that you're anticipating so much that you want to see it so bad before anyone else can see it. This one, it's kind of like, I think like the movie comes out Thursday, but I can wait till Friday, type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I would still see it opening weekend, just not opening night. But it's still a good rating in case you're confused.
But it's not just what we think. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let us know your thoughts when you get to see it. How hyped are you? Are you excited to see Wasp, Ghost, see the old crew back together again? Give us a thumbs up. Check us out on Patreon, and we'll see you in the next video.